Well, Roberto, a big 2 points for the team tonight, but perhaps for a minute we can focus on the history that was made here tonight. Jaromir Jagr, 2 goals, surpassing Brett Hall on the all-time list. How cool was it for you just to be a part of this whole thing tonight?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think you could just tell he was on tonight. I mean, he was skating well and had a little bit of jump in his game. So after he scored his first, you kind of almost felt that he was going to get another one. So and it was nice to be part of something like that. It was huge, and it was nice to see him that excited too.
Well, he is a guy who's very excitable, and it seems this year like he is having so much fun. In our pregame show, we're talking to Aaron Ekblad, and he came up and photobombed, or I guess you could say Jagr bombed.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he like as a guy?
He's a great guy. You know, before he got here, I didn't really know him, so you hear some things. But once he got here, he was not at all what we expected. As far as myself, he was a great guy to talk to. Always like jokes around, and even if you tease him and make fun of him, he laughs. And that's a true sign of a good teammate. So he's been great. He loves to play the game, obviously, and he's always working hard. In the gym and on the ice, so it's a great way to lead our club, especially our younger players.
Saw you in there getting your picture taken with him. I noticed as well he was wearing a particular sweatshirt. Okay, now are you going to? Okay, for anyone at home. So the sweatshirt that you would have seen there, that is called the Spacey in Space sweatshirt. Okay, and it's a hoodie with a picture of actor Kevin Spacey on it. Of course it is. Now that is given. Oh, you even won it. So it is given to the player of the game, correct?
That's right.
All right.
That's all I got for you.
Oh, come on. It is, for some reason, a deep, dark secret as to how this whole thing began.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a bit of story behind it, but the boys are keeping it hush hush. Yeah, even Kevin's in on it, obviously.
I heard, so I've seen tweets from him, so he knows about it. But the players know about it.
It's kind of gone big. You see people wearing it in the stands now, so it's kind of neat that people have caught on with it. And I guess the mystique behind it is what makes it so appealing. And we're going to keep it hush hush as long as we could here.
All right, I tried.
Nice try.
Yeah, you could tell me, but you'd have to kill me, and we don't want that. Okay, well, speaking of history, you recently surpassed Tony Esposito on the all-time wins list for goalies, sitting at number 7. When you look at the names that are ahead of you now, I mean, we're talking, look at that, we are talking Jacques Plante and Terry Sawchuk. I mean, does that make your head spin a little bit just to know the company that you're keeping?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little bit surreal when you see those names right ahead of me there. But to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not really focused on that right now. I think this season and all, I mean, it's been a great year for our club so far, and we're focused on trying to get in, make the playoffs, and turn this franchise around, and trying to make a run at it. So these accolades are nice, but I think there's something that you look back maybe after the season's over, and mostly once your career is done, to see where you end up.
All right, how far up that list do you think you could go, though? I guess you've got Patrick Waugh with 551. Of course, then there's Marty Brodeur right at the top.
I would have to play 20 more years to catch up to Marty.
And you don't think that's going to happen?
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless I'm on whatever Yogs is taking me, I might have a chance. But I don't know. I mean, as long as I feel good and my body's healthy and I feel that I could play at a high level, I'll just keep playing because I love the game, and this team is just starting to get good. So you want to try to play as long as you can.
All right. Well, we've talked a lot about your NHL career, but internationally, you've worn that Maple Leaf proudly on your chest in the past. 2 Olympic gold medals to show for it. World Championships, World Cup in the past. Now with the World Cup in the offing this fall, how much is that on your radar?
Well, obviously, I'm not going to lie. I'd love to be part of the club. I mean, anytime you get a chance to play for Team Canada, I've always had great experiences. It's so much fun just to be around the guys and that environment. It's always a great experience. So that being said, there's a lot of good goalies, and that's the part that we don't know what's going to happen. So all I can do is control my play. With my club team here in Florida. And hopefully I get the nod. But, I know there's a lot of great goalies in this league, and especially Canadian goalies, so it's not going to be easy.
There are a lot of great goalies in this league, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say there probably aren't any other goalies that have over 621,000 Twitter followers.
Yeah.
I mean, that is pretty amazing.
Well, if that's worth something, I might have a shot then, right?
That's right. Hope Hockey Canada is listening. No, you're someone that's been able to, not been afraid to show your personality on Twitter. Why did you, look at this. Oh, right, that was one heading into the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's just before I had a Twitter account, and you know, I think a lot of people had the wrong impression of me. So when I started it, obviously it was anonymous, and it kind of grew little by little. And once people caught on, you know, it was a lot of people saw, you know, what kind of person I really am. But at the end of the day, I just like to have fun, keep it light, mostly make fun of myself, which can't get you into any trouble.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I follow you. Of the people you follow, though, who would you suggest? Like, who is a really good person to follow out there in your mind?
There's a lot. I mean, I follow a bunch of comedians. Obviously, a lot of sports people. But my favorite comedian right now is Sebastian Maniscalco. He's an Italian guy, just like me. So he's got some good tweets. But in general, I love to watch his shows, and really happy with it. I mean, excited to see his stand-up when he comes to town.
I hear you. Okay, last question for you, because I know now you guys are off until Thursday.
Yep.
What are you going to do the next couple of days?
Well, I'm going to rest tomorrow.
Yeah, you're kind of busy tonight. I guess you deserve it.
I'm going to rest, spend some time with the kids.
Yeah.
I think we have an event on Monday night with some fans, so we'll be there. Then we'll get back to work on Tuesday and make sure that we had a couple good days of practice for Thursday's game.
Well, Roberto, really appreciate you spending the time here tonight.
No problem. My pleasure.